Hi, my name is Josh. I'm part of the UT Tyler Bridge Program, Occupational Therapy Bridge Program. And what I wanted to do today is just give you a mental health outlet. So something you can do to keep your mind busy, especially in a pandemic when you're not spending as much time with family, friends, doing the things that you used to be able to go out and do. A lot of us are spending a lot more time indoors at home. And so one of the things that I've found to help occupy my time, like I said, give me a little bit of a mental health break, is something called diamond dots, diamond art, diamond painting, whatever you want to call it. My aunt actually brought this down from Utah, and her family does this as well. And I just thought it was kind of neat. And the good thing about it is you don't have to spend any specific amount of time doing it. If you want to sit down for 30 minutes and do it, if you want to spend 5 hours doing it, you can pack it all up and set it aside and then bring it all back out and it's ready to go. So for the diamond art, I'm going to show you two different things. One is one that I've done about half of it, and the other one's a brand new one. I just wanted you to see what you would actually be getting in the kit. So this one is a black lab. We have a black lab, and so my wife wanted one for us to do, or really it's going to be her doing this one. But anyway, it's a pixelated image is what it is, and you can probably see it, whenever I get real close here, see all the pixelation. But as you back away, it makes the image of a dog. So on here is basically there's your key. So this is what all of your little diamond dots are going to be. I don't know why they do two sets of numbers. Essentially, one set of numbers goes on the package that holds the diamonds or gems or whatever you want to call them in it. And then the other set of numbers is what is going to be on the canvas for you to use. So essentially, this one is number 165. In these gems is going to be equivalent to number 1 on the canvas. So something that we've done with this is once you get these packages, I wish they were resealable. They're not, but you can open these, and then they do also give you some small Ziploc baggies. And so what I've done is I label the Ziploc baggies with what is going to be on the canvas. Let me kind of shift this down just a little bit where you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. So I put the number that's on the canvas on the bag, and then I just pour the entire thing. So this one's 180-13. So I would just pour that entire thing into here, and then I would be able to keep track of what needs to go where on the canvas. So other things that they send, this little boat, at least that's what I call it, a little boat. I can't quite, there you go. So you can see the ridges a little bit there. Those are important because they allow you, once you pour the little diamonds or gems in there, you can kind of shake it around and it turns them right side up. So essentially it has one side that is completely flat. That side will go against the canvas, and then there is a domed shape on the other side, and that's what you'll use to actually pick up with this little, I don't know, gem placer, gem paintbrush, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And then the last thing that they send you is this little pink thing of wax, essentially is what it is. And so in the end of this little pencil gem placer thing, there's just a little brass piece, and it's hollow on the inside. So what you'll do is you'll take and you'll fill up that little hollow portion with some of this wax. You'll just push it down, it'll kind of break off, and you'll be able to flatten it out. And then that's what you use to actually pick up the gems. So let me put this back up, and I'll show you some of the stuff that I've already got out. All right. Oops. We'll put that up there too. So this is, one of the pencils that already has the wax in it. Unfortunately, the zoom on my camera is not going to allow you to see the wax in there, but essentially there's a little hole in there that's full of wax. Once I've placed all of the gems in these little baggies, and I mean, you'll see that I've got, I don't know, 20 something little baggies here off to the side. So once I've got them in there, then I find an area that I want to work on, and then in that area I find which ones I'm going to be using. So looks like over here, I know you guys can't see this, but over here there's quite a few bees. So I get my bag labeled B. And I'm going to pull them out. You don't want it to be too crazy full because then there's not enough room for these little guys to roll around. But there you go. So once you kind of shake it out a little bit, you can see that they've all lined up. Now most of them, not all of them, but most of them are dome side up, which is handy because that's the way that you need to place them on your canvas. The canvas is, it has an adhesive coating to it, and so that's what actually holds the gem in place once you get it on there. So I'm just going to pull up this corner over here, and once again, I wish you guys could see, maybe if I get it a little closer, right in front of my finger, there's some bees there. Alright, so I'm going to take my boat, and then I'm going to use the pen to push down on top of one of the domes, and if it'll zoom correct, it's not going to. I don't know, it's hard to see, but there is one on there, trust me. Alright, so then I just find a place where there's a bee, and I place the gem right on top of the bee. Then you would just go back and forth, filling in, the area. Typically, I try and get all of the same color done before I move to another color in the same area. So, all right. I'm not going to spend too much time doing that, but essentially you just go back and forth between your boat and the canvas, and you color in all the bees that are there. So once you're done, or if you wanted to switch colors, what you would do, just open up one of your little baggies, and since this has a funnel shape to that end, I would push them all down to that end, and hopefully none of them spill as they go back into the bag. Alright, so success. Zip up your little baggie because you don't want it to come or all that stuff to fall out, and then you would just move to another one. So here it looks like there's some R's, so there's some P's too. Alright, so P's, and then I would just put those into the boat and then start back over. Probably, I guess, one of the things you want to look out for most is inevitably this little boat is going to be full of gems, and you're going to set it down somewhere, and you're going to turn and talk to somebody, and you're going to come back and put your hand down, and you're not going to be paying attention, and then it flips over. So whenever that happens, you just, really just have to pick them up. If you're on carpet, then it's going to be a little more difficult. If you're sitting on something that has cushions, it's going to be even more difficult because you're going to have to dig down on the cushions to find them. They do come with about, I want to say it's like 20% or so more gems than you need to complete the picture. So that's handy because if you lose a couple here and there, no big deal, right? Outside of that, whenever you're done, you also want to make sure that you push the plastic back down over the adhesive so that you don't get pet hair or whatever stuck to it. And then you can fold it up, put it away. Just make sure that you keep track of all of your gems. As far as where you can buy these, excuse me, you can buy them on Amazon, and I think you can buy them at Hobby Lobby. The nice thing about being at Hobby Lobby is they also, I think, sell the individual colors of gems. So if you were to, have an animal, a dog, carry off a bag, nothing in particular, nothing specific that's ever happened to me, but if they were to carry off a bag and go outside with it, then lose it all, you would still be able to go to Hobby Lobby to find those gems. and then kind of restock and be able to finish out your picture. After you're done with the picture, something you can do is get like a clear sealant that you can put over it, because the adhesive will inevitably fail at some point, and so you just don't want to have, you know, hung it on the wall or given it to somebody and then they have a bunch of gems that are popping off. So I would just get some sort of clear sealant to put over the top of it, and then I mean, you could frame it if you wanted to, give it to family, friend, whatever you want to do, hang it on your refrigerator. That's always a valid option. And then, I mean, then you'd pretty much be done. You can, you know, move on to another one that you want to do. And really that's about it. So, you know, I just want to thank you for your time, letting me talk about diamond dotting, and, you know, hopefully this is something that you guys enjoy.